James, 2-0 win, job done today?
Yeah, I think we done what we need to do. Again, tough game. I think in the build-up, the manager said how tough it was going to be. I've been in their situation where you're fighting and scrapping for every point, and it's every game's the same. It's low block and then look hitting the counter, and we were well aware of that, and they still had a couple of moments where they could have broke away. So it wasn't foot perfect from us today, but on the whole, I think job done.
Is there a testament to how well you've played then, that you've made it look fairly straightforward, fairly routine?
Yeah, I think so. I think the manager wasn't happy with the first half in terms of we've been passing around the back quite slowly, waiting to kind of drag out a press, which never really come. So the message for the second half was to move it quicker, and I think we've done that. And I think in the end, our quality told. I still think the first half we had some good moments, but I think the biggest thing in the second half was probably the ball speed, especially from us at the back.
You just got to remain patient and hope that they don't counter you if you overcommit.
Yeah, as I said, I've been in their shoes, and it's tiring, chasing the ball around for a while, and in the second half, usually you give up more opportunities. Luckily, Moll's just come up with two bits of quality for us to win us it. But to be fair, the full front three or even the midfield have been popping up with moments like that for us in this spell of kind of 9-10 games.
Yeah, and I was going to say, maybe a couple of months ago, you don't take all 3 points from that.
Yeah, I think over the last couple of years we've had loads of games like that where we've had quite a lot of the ball and we get sucker punched with something. But I think I don't know what's changed really. I think consistency of the team and building relationships and seeing similar pictures every single game has helped. And having mostly everyone fit's been big for us. Can
you put into context what the last 10 games, it's just one defeat in that run, what that's been like? Because it's been completely different from the other couple of years, as you mentioned.
Yeah, it's strange. I think this full season, we've not been overly high or low. I mean, there's been a lot of lows, and we've never really, panicked or had crisis meetings or anything like that. So we've just kind of stayed level-headed. I think around the training ground, obviously, it's a bit more positive because we're on a good run, but nothing much has really changed in terms of our work and what we're doing. I think that's been a good thing for us, is having that consistent message throughout the full season, and luckily now it's kind of coming to fruition.
I think it was 2 points from the first 8 games, but from then you've been a playoff side.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a couple of times. Even if we'd have took kind of relegation form from those 8 games in terms of maybe a point a game, we'd be bang right there. But that's gone in it. What can you do about it now? We've got 8 games left. Win all 8 and see where it takes us.
Is that talked about in the dressing room at all?
No, it's not talked about, but it's one game at a time for us in terms of we'll go to Crawley, try beat them. Wrexham after that, we'll try beat them, and wherever it takes us, we'll see. I think that's been the message throughout the season again. Not consistent. It's just next game.
What about you and your fitness and form? How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. I was lucky that I kind of caught it a couple of weeks ago, just before it got any worse. Probably my fault for even starting the game. I'd felt it on the Friday and I could have pulled out, but again, it's been a frustrating season in terms of I want to play every game. But yeah, so luckily I kind of got away with that. But I felt really good, fit out there. So now it's just the biggest thing for me is recovery. Friday night, after that recovery Tuesday night.
What do you do Friday night, Tuesday night, etc.?
Well, after the game, it's everyone's on the same kind of programme. Then for me, I spend a lot of time in the physio room and prepping for training, and after training, doing my stuff in terms of icing and all that stuff. And that's been a big change for me in the last year, because before I kind of played 100 odd games with no interruption. You think you're invincible, and it turns out that I wasn't. I've had two big injuries in the last year, which is, in hindsight, now that I'm hopefully at the back end of that, it's a good thing for me, and I can, for the rest of my career now, I can stay on that.
Because it's been a stop-start season for you personally. Are you there thinking, when am I going to catch a break, sort of thing?
That's not really me. I don't, even when I've been injured, I've not really been too down. Obviously I've been frustrated. Another injury, but what can I do about it? I just got to do my rehab, to 100%, and then when I'm back. Jack's been doing really well when I've not been playing, so it's just waiting for an opportunity, and more often than not I take those opportunities. So yeah, it's just staying consistent with that. Whatever setback I have, come back from it.
Quick word on your new deal. What does that feel like to get that done?
Yeah, delighted, obviously. a big thing for me was not. It sounds stupid to say you signed it off the back of the 10 games, but to see, where we could go and how I fit into it. The manager's put a lot of trust in me, and I'm with this. I trust him. With my development, and over the next 2 years, I think we could achieve big things and continuing this kind of run. And everyone, again, I spoke about it on Tuesday, but everyone being aligned in the club, from bottom to top has been a huge thing, and it's happened kind of over the last few months where you can see, certain things coming together, and you're like, okay, it's starting to feel like a proper football club again. So yeah, that was probably the biggest thing for me.
It was an announcement which was met by kind of almost universal praise, I think, by the fans. How much of a confidence boost is that?
Yeah, I mean, the fans have took to me kind of straight away, which is obviously nice. I'm not one who really plays up to fans or is overly exuberant on the pitch. I kind of get my work done and then go down the tunnel. So I'm not sure if they want more back from me, but I really do appreciate the support, and all the messages and stuff have been fantastic. And yeah, as long as I keep performing, I'm sure that will continue.